Hello, and thank you for joining the Manufacturing Power Hour today. My name is Don Warner. I'm an applications engineer, and we'll be talking about understanding the named user transition that Autodesk licensing will be upon us. A little bit about M2. M2 Technologies is a consulting firm focused on productivity, improving manufacturing process efficiencies, and reducing the manufacturing cost. Using generative design, best-in-class manufacturing, and asset management processes, our team of industry experts can help you become more sustainable, more profitable, and more prepared to meet the demands of urbanization in a rapidly changing world. Some of the things that we do BIM for manufacturing, we do asset management, process automation, and data management. We're also leading partner, Autodesk. We're also a Panzora partner, Eagle Point Pinnacle partner, and a Bluebeam partner. Some of the services that we offer, but not limited to, are what you see, focusing on software development, design automation, generative design, CAM training, and standards development, to name a few. Again, my name is Don Warner. I'm an application engineer with 30 years of experience. I've been a channel partner for over 10 years as an application engineer. I worked at product support for Autodesk for 13 years, focusing on the manufacturing line. And prior to that, I was a manufacturing designer for 7 years. Today's agenda will look at licensing over the next year from Autodesk, talk about the named user, transitioning to the named user licensing from existing network licensing, managing licensing of named users, and some of the data usage options. Some of the dates that are very important or to be aware of are the dates you see on the screen. As of August 7th of this year, no new annual subscriptions for multi-users will no longer be sold. In the spring of next year, the maintenance plans will retire. In August of that year, the subscriptions for multi-user access will retire. So at that point, the named user licensing will be invoked. Some of the information transitioning to named user licensing, again, on the May 7th of this past year, the new subscription plans were based on people and serial numbers. And why the change? Autodesk consulted many companies, asked them what their issues were, what their pains were around the licensing as it was today. A lot of customers had come back and said that there were a lot of information that they had to track, keep server information, user information. It was very tedious and time consuming. The new plans for the named users will provide benefits of optimization of your licensing costs, have the visibility into the usage of that licensing, and no need to manage your own servers or track anonymous serial numbers again. And the big advantage to this is dedicated access for all employees who need it, whether they're working at home or in the office. No more downtime waiting for licenses, especially if you're connecting through VPN to those servers. The network licensing to named user licensing. This is a trade-in offer on your first renewal. After August 7th of 2020, you will have your first renewal notice come in. There will be a trade-in option for the subscription, multi-user subscription license to the network maintenance seat. You're basically going to have a 2-for-1 trade-in offer. If you have a 20-user multi-subscriptions, you can trade them in for 40 user of the named user subscriptions. And again, renewing at an ongoing discount until 2028 at a similar SRP that you're paying today. On your second renewal notice, this will no longer have the 2-for-1 option. You will have a single trade-in option at a 1 discounted multi-user subscription as a move to the new model. If you keep your subscription seats, the price will increase by 20%, and again, for 1 year only. And again, it will retire the next year, so you will be forced to go into the named user model. If you're on existing maintenance network users, if your company has existing perpetual licensing on maintenance or network seats licensing, which will start to change on the next renewal date. Again, at the time of the offer, you can take a look at choosing to upgrade to a higher plan. Advanced features such as single sign-on and not having a dual access sign-on, and more detailed user reporting. You can take a look at what's posted regarding this information on the Autodesk FAQ posted on the forums. Again, simply type in transition to name users Autodesk. I will flip to that link here. And this is the FAQ. See, Priscilla Ning is the person who authored this. She is an Autodesk employee. And you can post questions to her directly here. But again, it will give you 6 areas regarding the information to the transition to name user. And defining the name user, a lot of people think when they look at this new licensing that a lot of things are going to change. Basically, it is in a way similar to what you're, if you are on a standalone or subscription sign-in, things of this nature will stay the same. Again, the user named licensing is based off of an email address, and that the CAD manager or the contract manager would go into their account and then assign the new subscription license to that user. And anytime that user needs access to software, no matter how frequently they might use the software, they will need the license. So again, that's really where you need to think of how you want to structure these CAD licenses. The accounts are named, are maintained to the Autodesk server. In other words, you are actually signing into the server to validate the license. And I'll take a look at this configuring to your named user license. So this document here below talks about your current install base. What happens if you have current network seats and you are concerned about uninstalling the software to reinstall it to get to the name user licensing is not the case. What we'll do is we'll take a look at the document that's listed here, configuring for your named user license. Autodesk has a couple options. And one of the options here is there's a new tool that you can run that will convert the existing licenses that you have running on your system to the new named user licensing model. And if there are issues that come up where errors may appear or what, there is a document out here that will show you how to manually reset the software. Again, you can always contact technical support if this becomes an issue. So again, talking about the transition process. Transitioning from a standalone or network maintenance plan to a user subscription to a single sign-on named user subscription. The contract manager or secondary admins add users to their company, to their Autodesk account. And how those people are entered are via the email addresses, pretty much how you're doing it today. And again, the next step would be to assign the users those subscription licenses, and then go through that document and update if you have a current install of that application. If you had an Adventure 2021 or 2020 running under a network version, you can leave that install there. You follow the document, you run the tool will convert the license. So no need to uninstall, reinstall software. And then the next step would be to decommission the license service to ensure that no one can continue to access the network licensing. And inform your users about the new sign-in process to sign into the Autodesk service to get their access to the license. And again, this sign-in process doesn't happen every day. It will be once a month. Every 30 days, Autodesk will look to connect to their server to validate the license. And just some data usage information. The contract manager of the accounts will have a more robust reporting tool for all the products, seat usages. You could look at total users who are using the product. You can look at the total products that you have and the total seats of people accessing those softwares. So you can actually manage who uses what. And if you find users that aren't using the software all that much, then maybe you can move that license to another user. So again, giving you some flexibility. And just a quick cost evaluation. The network example, if you had 150 users in 2 branch offices that shared 50 network licenses, the network licenses are valued at about $2,100 a seat. After the 33% increase this year, network license last year was $1,600. And the new subscriptions are valued around $1,200 for an example. So Autodesk is launching a premium plan that is designed to help medium to large sized based businesses to help manage 50 or more subscriptions to operate efficiently. An upgrade to the premium offerings is Autodesk has a post for this, and it involves better security and reporting benefits. And again, I'll just flip to that document here regarding the plan, premium. And it shows you through here that you do have between the standard plan and the premium plan, where you have a 2-step validation. This is a single sign-on, and you have support from Autodesk 24/7. And again, some more robust reporting information. And just to be summing up the points that I've been trying to make through this webinar is basically, it is a change in policy that it's going to cause additional work for CAD managers and IT departments and firms that use the maintenance perpetual or the network Autodesk licensing. Affected CAD managers should start planning right now to determine how best to deal with the situation in regards to your users. So again, if you have 10 users and a couple of those users only use CAD 10% of the time, you will need to get them a license. So it is kind of tricky to figure out who is going to be best suited to have those licenses applied to them. And continue to evolve, the policies might change between now and May 7th or August 7th. And I would keep a close eye on the forum post that I showed you first. If things change, if dates change, they will be posted there. And if you have any questions regarding this information, if there is anything that we can answer, you can feel free to reach out to us here at M2, the contact information and email address. We'll be happy to get you any information regarding named users that wasn't provided in this webinar.